anything else? Okay, Mr. Gray, is there anything else you wanted me to know before I move over to Miss Cole?
Um, the financial expenses associated with being a present father have significantly financially handicapped me, and that's why I'm emotional. Is because I'm providing, being the father that I wish I had, because nobody showed up for my extracurricular activities, and I don't want my daughter to have to experience that. But even with the effort that I put in, I still miss opportunities to be present for her, and it hurts. And that's why I'm crying. I gave her my bank statements. My bank statements say everything that needs to be seen every month.
And I want to say this, man. See, Jake, this is what you got to realize. You got to stop fucking picking these type of fucking bitches. This bitch over here with the white shirt, she's smirking at you. She's laughing at her evil enterprise against you. You understand? And it's a damn shame to see a black man going through this, and black women don't give a fuck about you. The majority of them don't give a fuck about you. You know? This is why it's important for a man like himself to be around other men to give him right direction. Because when you don't have that, this is the result of your doings, man. You know? Sometimes a woman can play a role and be a victim and victimize you and put on an act and a facade. She got you thinking that she's this particular way. Oh, I'm a nice girl. I'm a good girl. I ain't gonna do. And then when it doesn't go away, as soon as she's pregnant, sometimes they use you as a cash cow to get the money from you and drain all your resources, man. And 90% of the time, the baby ain't fucking yours. You understand? And you guys make this one mistake. You guys go at the hospital and you sign your name on those contracts, which is called the birth certificate. If you're married already, they automatically put you on there, right? Okay. But if you're not married, you have no marital status with this bitch, and you sign it, you already telling the courts and the system that you're willing to take responsibility whether the baby's not yours. And you guys get so you know if that bitch was doing some type of shit, and sometimes we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Mama's babies, daddy's maybes. And if a man feel like he's unsure, a woman can't get upset and look at him different because he don't want to sign. He said, nah, man, I ain't signing that shit. You know? And she might feel like, oh, but it's your baby. Fuck that. Don't sign it if you're not sure. And if you are sure, still don't sign it. If you got no, plans already, you're not already married to the girl, whatever, because what's going to happen, she going to feel bitter or upset at you, but guess what? She'll get over it. You understand? And if she don't, and she want to take you to the third degree, and she going to lose in the court system. She going to lose. Whether the baby is yours or not, she is going to lose because you didn't sign no birth certificate. They don't care about who the baby daddy is. They care about lawfully on paper who has already signed and agreed whether you already signed your rights away saying if the baby ain't mine or if it is mine, I'm still gonna take care of it. You stupid idiot. That's why it's important to understand laws of what you're getting yourself into. Because if you don't understand the rules and those ramifications, you're going to suffer at the long haul. Because a bitch could get with multiple dudes and have baby by them niggas, and not put them niggas on child support because she know them niggas ain't shit. But let you be a nigga that's got everything going for the new baby. If you do get her pregnant, which you shouldn't be getting no bitch pregnant that got these problems. But let's say if you do, right? And she's gonna not let you get off the hook. She's gonna make sure that she's all right. My first 2 or my first 3, I let them motherfuckers get away. But this nigga here, I ain't letting that nigga get away. She's gonna watch and observe how you living, your cars, your jewelry, the way she know you got money. She may not know directly what it is, but she'll force that and find out through the court system if you sign your name on that goddamn birth certificate. You understand? And the brother, he crying, and the women don't give a fuck because he's only being used for what he got. That's why I said, you guys are evil, man. Jake and Eve, you're evil because you get into these stupid things and not knowing that sex equals marriage, man. When you laying down with a person, it's spiritual. But nah, you take this for financial gains over spiritual understanding. That's what the Lord going to judge us, man. That's what the Lord's going to put our black asses on charge, man. We're going to get charged for the things that we done. You understand? We're going to get reprimanded by the Lord, man. These bitches don't give a fuck about them. I know the lady with the glasses, the judge, I watch her show. She gets on the women. She makes sure that the women, she's against the women because she know how they are towards these men. But she do play sometimes, a little part for them, depending on the situation. But 90% of her cases, she's against the fucking black woman because she know that this black bitch ain't shit. And she's a black woman. You know why? She know how they are. She know how they operate. She know how they move. She know what they do. All right?
I'm scratching at the end of the month like 70% of this country to make the ends meet. On top of still showing up for my daughter. That's where the conflict lies. You don't need my pay stubs to see that at the end of the month I'm at $0 or $100 left in my bank account. I don't have any extra money. That's it.
Okay, Mr. Gray, is there anything else you wanted me to know before I move over to Miss Cole?
The financial expenses.
All right, so the man is going through a hardship. He only dealing with one child. So I'm quite sure if he got 2 jobs, that means that the first job he ain't making no real money. So for all of them to have 2 jobs just to survive, and it's still killing him. So what is he working 2 jobs for? You know, Eve, you ain't shit, bitch. And you know what? And let me tell you something. Every time you do these things, I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to put my foot on your ass, man. You and Esau, you two are the primary suspect and the evil doers on this goddamn planet. You understand? You are the black man's enemy because you have done so much wicked and perverseness against us. For the black man that did you wrong, just because he learned that wicked behavior from Satan, you understand? And he learned it from his damn mama. You understand? You understand? So at the end of the day, you see these type of things going on. Accountability to a black woman is kryptonite. She don't want to hear that. You doing all sorts of fucking abomination. You know why you do these things? You know why you do these things? Because you feel like that no one can tell you what to do. You feel like that no one can tell you what to do. And you hold on for a second, guys. Hold on for a second. So this is what we see all the time. You know, we still going through this. We still going through this, and y'all not realizing that the Lord is visiting the earth. The Lord is sending us signs on everything that we, that we supposed to be paying attention to. The Lord is sending us signs, man. The Lord is talking to us through storms, through thunder, through judgment. He's sending us every day, man. He's giving us these signs. Our Lord, our King had told us, how can a man be fit for the kingdom if he don't know where he going? You understand? You got to believe in Yahweh Shah, man. But it's too much bickering and arguing amongst one another. It's a surcharge to the game. Oh, I gotta make sure that I'm getting more than you. I gotta make sure that I'm doing more. Or I gotta make sure that you're not passing me. This is what is going on, man. We're going through these things, man. And you think it's honorable, you think it's right that we going through these things, man? No. These programs or these evil devices that you black women keep going to, you're showing us day in, day out that you're not loyal. So when you're going to these systems and you're telling us and you're telling the so-called white man that you are my Lord and my King, so we're going to go to white zaddy and we're going to disrespect the black man that created us. You disrespectful, man. You got no loyalty. You got no loyalty, man. And then don't you know that a harsh judgment is coming for y'all, man? Harsh judgment is coming for y'all. You know why? You know why I had chose to marry my wife that is from the northern tribe? I married a Dominican female is because of this. It's because, yeah, she has her ways about certain things, whatever, cool. I could overlook that, okay? But hear this out. That I will not put my fucking seed into no black woman, man. You know why? Because the things that I've seen the black women do, I seen her do so much evil, right? And she did all these things, and she will use the penal system to come against you. I won't put my seed into a so-called black woman. I won't do it, man. Would I fuck them? Yes. Would I get my nut? Yes. But I would not bust my nut inside her, get her pregnant. Or my best answer is I stay the fuck away from them. Have I fucked them? Yes. Did I have a great time having sex with them? Yes. But guess what? It didn't mean nothing. You understand? Because if it did, I would have married one. You understand? My wife is still an Israelite woman, but she's from the northern tribe. Black women show you every time. I don't care if they're West Indian. I don't care if they're American black. I don't care if they're Haitian black. They all have the same fucking trait. If they're westernized and Americanized here, they're going to come against you. Now, some of them may go to a certain level, to a certain extent, more than others. But there are some out here that's traumatized and destroyed. And then they come to you and try to destroy you. All right? Let's get a couple scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this is no goddamn good, man. Hold on. All right, let's get this, man. First thing is, women got to know their role. Let's go to Genesis, the 3rd chapter, the 16th verse. Scripture says this: unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception in sorrow. Thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. You know, so he shall rule over you. You should always honor your husband, man. You understand? But now you don't do that. You women don't want husbands. You want to be independent, and you want to be down for what? You know, you want to do whatever the fuck you want to do. You know. But before I continue on, right? Let me say let me get out let me start off with the opening, the prayers, because I should have did it. I was so amped up to get into the video. Okay, let me start out. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, Ra Kwakadash. Double honor to the elders of GMS that rule well. Salutations to the elders, to the apostles, and the brothers laboring in the truth, doing great work diligently, night and day and night. Shout out to you sincere sisters who is loving Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, loving yourself, respecting yourself, loving your husband, respecting your husband, loving your children, taking care of the home. All right. And shout out to the hopeful elect and to the affiliates that's doing great work, being diligent, staying sober minded, and doing the work of the Lord. Now let me say this before I don't want to have y'all get upset at me. When I say that I will not put my seed in a black woman, I mean what I said. But the reason why also too is because, right? Is because the black woman is a first choice of mine, but I don't make sound hypocrite. I may sound like a hypocrite. No, she's a first choice of mine, but because the things that she's done, she's like third or fourth or fifth. You understand? Because of the things she's done, and it's hard for her to reverse that. Now, I'm not saying all black women are like that. Okay? But if I can't get to the black woman, my choice would be the Latino woman. You understand? She would get my number one priority because what she's doing. Now, there's some wicked Latino women out here doing some foul shit, doing some wrong shit. Yeah, okay, it sure is. But they're going to pay too because the Israelite women not supposed to be doing these type of things. You feel what I'm saying? Okay? Let me get this. Let me get this. Let me go to Proverbs, 7th chapter. This is the 25th verse. It says, "Let not thine heart decline to her ways, and go not astray in her path." So that man that's going through it, man, you should have been very careful, man. Why you didn't wear protection? Why you didn't put nothing on you? You feel what I'm saying? 26, "For she have cast down many wounded, many strong men have been slain by her." So a lot of men been destroyed by the black woman, man. A lot of men been destroyed by a wicked woman, man. Verse 27, her house, right, is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. So now he's suffering. Now don't you hear the suffering of the so-called black man? You hear this Judite brother, you think he's a Judite brother, right? He's going through hell. He's crying. He said, I'm emotional, I'm going through it. You're going through it, man. You're going through it because it's fucking real. All right? Now, I want to show you another video. Give me 1 second. Now, I want y'all to see this. I want you to hear this. Now, you tell me if I'm bugging. You tell me if I'm bugging. You tell me if I'm crazy. But I'm not crazy. I want y'all to hear this from the so-called black woman's mouth.
Ain't gonna love me, cause I'm so straightforward and real. No nigga like no friendly ass.
I don't care what anybody says.
Hold on, guys.
I wanna say I want to say. If you don't like it, get the around me. If a female think they need a man, you're miserable. Because you don't need, you need yourself.
Like a cricket, calm down.
You don't think that? Do you think your mother need a man?
I do.
For what?
For everything. I mean, it makes it easier. Life.
You think females need men?
Yes.
I could use my rose and get my nut off. I never needed.
This is a prime example of an ignorant bitch. What the fuck do a rose gotta do when a nigga out here or motherfuckers out here is beating you and putting your shit down and putting you to death? Can your rose save you for a nigga going inside your motherfucking head? Can you be delivered by a man who's whooping your ass, stomp you the fuck out, or nigga got a gun to your head? Can you be delivered from that? Tell me these things. Tell me if this is true. You understand? Tell me. So what the fuck is you talking about? You talking with a lot of pride and you don't know nothing, man. And this is why I'm telling y'all, you think I want to put my fucking seed in a black woman?
The man.
But everything is not about sex, though.
Everything not money-wise. I'm an old pharmacy technician. I get money.
Who gives a fuck if you're a pharmacy technician? Who gives a fuck? You're a pharmacy technician? And so what? What that means? Can you deliver all hunger and pain? No. You worry about a career. You worry about what America wants you to become. You doing all that chasing the wrong things. You're not taking care of business as a woman to have a man to love you, to protect you. You got a form of Stockholm syndrome. And that's why the Lord going to judge each and every one of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man's money. I have a salary out here. I don't need no man.
What the fuck? Okay, you got a salary? What the salary? All right, so you lose your job. What happens then? What happens then? Because it ain't come your way yet. But you gonna find out.
And don't do but you over. Take your life. Beat out you. Kill you maybe.
There it go. There it go. She said, oh, they'll beat you, do this. Here it go. Yeah, you're right. It's niggas. And them same niggas are raised by women like you with that attitude. So you're raising these type of pookies and Ray Rays and these YN type of niggas, man. You hate what you raise. You love faggot men and you love to be around these type of men, right? Because you know that you can try to overpower them. But these faggot men want to replace you and be the woman. But that ain't happening, never. Because God gonna judge them and put them to death. It's an abomination. So what are you insinuating? You're insinuating that what? Because you want to be masculine? You ain't feminine. There's no fucking way in hell that a fucking real man's gonna take this bitch serious, man. Fuck no. Hold on, y'all. That's my sensor.
Come on now, real men. Let me find a real man in the city.
So do you ever plan to get married to a man? Or like, are you with a man?
Yes,
Or
I want to get married. I do want to get married.
Is this a joke? Hold on for a second. This is a joke. She want to get married for what? What do you want to get married for? To do what? What's the reason for you getting married? You're getting married for what cause? What are you getting married for? For this behavior? No man in his right mind wants a woman like that. You a liar. You a cheater. Your mouth will get your ass in trouble or put you to death. The same nigga that you just said, oh, niggas for fight, they be killing bitches. Because you don't know the Bible. You don't know God's word. You don't know his order. You don't know his order. So you don't know his order. You don't know where the fuck you going. Men got to lead you and guide you. When you disrespectful, you talking, nagging, bitching, complaining, you do it on purpose so that we can break it off with you. That's a bad tactic. The nigga was already going to break it off with you because you was already a stupid bitch. You understand that? The good sisters, I'm not even going to even mention in the video. They got my love. The good women, they got my love. You understand? They got it. Until further notice. So I'm a type of person, if you don't act right, and you act funny, do funny shit, or whatever, I'm going to do funny shit. I treat you how you treat me. So if you sneaky, I'm not going to go tit for tat. I ain't going to do that. But I'm going to show you and let you feel the wrath of me not showing you care and love. I'm going to diminish it until you stop doing dumb shit. If you don't learn from it, I'm going to keep doing it until it get worse and worse. Until eventually, you know, you're going to leave. I'll make you leave. Why the fuck should I cater to you? You the woman. I'm not catering to you. You got to cater to a man. If you don't want to run on my program, you got to go.
So you would say the same thing to your husband?
I'm blunt. I'm very honest. I'm straightforward.
See, so the word that he's saying is changing her tone. Nah, ma, you so hyped up. Calm the fuck down. Nobody doesn't care if you screaming and yelling. That don't change anything. What are you saying? You ain't hurting nobody. You're making yourself like a fool out here. You understand? Let's get the scripture real quick. Hold on.
I'm straightforward. I'm blunt. I'm going to say what the I want to say. If you don't like it, get the around me. I'm very aggressive. And my husband going to know I'm aggressive. My husband been going to love me. Because I'm so straightforward and real. No nigga like no friendly ass.
I don't care what
This bitch lost her fucking mind.
anybody says. Do not ever come to me and ever critique me or pick on me, because I made a video a while ago and I did say that some black women are aggressive and disrespectful, and you guys are like, you're a colorist, you're this, you're that, you're whatever. It's true. You guys act like you don't see it. She's the perfect example. You're acting aggressive with somebody who's asking you a question when you could just walk on by. There's like so much to unpack here. Why be aggressive and have a big mouth full of nothing?
You ever heard of Kalshi?
No, what is that?
Kalshi is a prediction market where you can pretty much make predictions on anything. Sports, climate, culture.
And be like that. I don't get it. Also, on top of that, you're a pharmacy technician. Shouldn't you carry yourself in a certain light? I would never want to be a certain type of woman with, like, you know, a really good job and then fuck myself over because I make myself look dumb through social media.
There you go. I just said that. This woman here got enough sense to know, right, that you a former technician and people watching you. What does the fuck does that matter? Y'all don't get paid much shit. We get paid $60,000, $75,000. They ain't shit. There's people out here is making millions of dollars month to month. Even with a great skill. We gotta have a great skill. Electrician, this, plastering, whatever. Make great money. But there's people out here that's getting it by the loads, man. So who are we to throw out titles because this is who we are? Humble yourself. You know, humble yourself.
A lot of women like her will say that they don't need a man or they don't want a man, but it's because they can't get a good man. They can't obtain a good one. And women like her are not going to get good men. Why? Because if that's her form of communication, do you see how she said dudes will just beat the shit out of you? There are men who will pop you in your mouth for talking to them crazy. So if you talk to a man like you're a man, I'm not justifying this, y'all. You guys already know I don't agree with men hitting women or men cheating on women. I don't like none of that. But some of y'all be dogging these men out, putting your hands on them, getting in their face, do something. She's that type, and you can see it. Bro, look at her. Get the fuck around me. Are you okay? I'm sorry, I wouldn't even want to interview her anymore. She gave me anxiety. One thing about me, I love when people are very outspoken. It doesn't bother me. But when you're outspoken and getting real Rough Rider for nothing, when we're all having a calm, you know what I mean? There's a difference from passionate. She's aggressive. She's not passionate at all. She's actually disrespectful. And then you know what's even crazier? He's all calm. So it makes her look even way like crazier. I don't know, y'all. To me, this is like the worst type of personality to have. You're not going to find good encounters with men and women when you're like this. And you're not going to realize this until you hurt the right people. And then, you know, eventually you do the self-work and you realize you lost a lot of good people because of your mouth, your attitude, and your bad attitude. Guys, nobody wants to be around that. Do you know that when you yell and scream like that and you're a very chaotic woman, all you do is breed anxiety and you'll bring fear into a relationship? It's not going to work. Your partner's going to hide things from you. Your partner's not going to want to talk to you. Your partner's not going to be open with you. Yeah, I would definitely not want to date somebody like this. And you know what's crazier? I really feel like women and men need each other. Do I believe that women can do things on their own? Of course. I see women making more money than men. I see women doing things better than men. Totally see it. But I also see a lot of things men do as well too. There are some women who aren't financially stable. Then there's men who are financially stable. And do you see that, how that aligns? There's men out here who don't cook, but a woman will cook. And you see how that fits? They'll go well.
So basically, it's a balance of life. So, you know, we need each other. You know what I mean? You know, we know the number one thing for us to do is come together, procreate, and bring forth life. Children, be fruitful like the Lord has told us to be. But this woman this woman in the video screaming and yelling, doing all that, you know, we're going to see right now. We're going to see right now. Let's go to, I think it's 9 and 22. Or 9:13. Proverbs 9 and 13. Scripture says this: a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple. Like, a foolish woman is clamorous. Clamorous means she's ignorant. She's loud. She is simple and knoweth nothing. This lady don't know a damn fucking thing. This bitch don't know shit. She don't know nothing, man. She don't know nada. She don't understand nothing. So the young lady, that's the lady with the glasses, she's explaining, you know, in a soft feminine tone. She's saying that type of woman, you're gonna make people have anxiety, man. Screaming, yelling at. First thing is, as a person in their right mind, why would you want to be with a person like that? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. But let me jump to verse 10. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So that young lady don't have wisdom. Because if you have wisdom, you will be sober-minded, kind-hearted, sweet, soft-spoken, soft-toned. What are you so aggressive for? Right? And the knowledge of the holy, is understanding. Okay, what is the knowledge? The Bible. What is holy? Being separate. So you got to understand these things, man. It's very crucial for you. It's very crucial for you to understand these things, because if you understand these things, you know where you're going. You know what I'm saying? You know where you're going, and you know what you're going to do. You know what you're trying to accomplish. You know what you're trying to get. You know, and you can destroy relationships like that. You know what I'm saying? Me, I don't tolerate no BS. That's why people don't stay around me. You know what I mean? They move the fuck away from me. But if I'm so much of a bad person, why do people try to rekindle or try to come back into my life? Why? Because they know that I'm a kind of person that I like to help people out in these situations, or depending on what, or give a solution. People know that I got a good heart behind it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe the way I come off at times, because people trying to play games with it. But you can't do that. You understand? Because at the end of the day, if I don't do it to you, don't do it to me. But you got to remember this. People is not going to do what you want them to do as you do for them. You understand? So, accept people for who they are, by them showing you who they are. If a person is a thief, is a liar, he's showing you that's what he is. If a bitch is disloyal and she's a cheater, and she no good, She's showing who she is. If your mama is arguing, always got to fight and bigger with somebody, she's showing who she is. So you got to see these things, man. All right? One of my good friends, man, you know, is one of my, you know, he's like a big brother to me from the same neighborhood. He was dating this lady, you know, I'm not going to say their names. He was dating this lady, man, and the lady, man, that he was dating, man, she was a piece of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I'm saying she was a piece of shit because I knew from I was like, let me see. I was like, let me see, 16 at this time, 15, 16 at this time. He was 20. And at this time, we was young, man. But now we like in our 40s now, 50s, right? You know, I'm not in my 50s. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, hopefully I can see 50 and 60, right? But what I'm saying, when I was young at this time, when I was a teenager, he was 20 years old, 19, 20. She was like probably like 24, 25, right? And I just knew already, man, my spirit was like, yo, man, this girl ain't right, man. This, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't see I couldn't see myself in his shoes to date a woman like that. And I couldn't even see him be with a woman like that. Cause I'm looking at him like, yo, like, you much better than that. But I wasn't there to tell him who he can't date or love. You know what I'm saying? So I never even told him about that because that's not my business. But our other friends would say, yo, man, why you dealing with her? You know, they would like get upset because he ain't hanging around with them. Because remember, he got a relationship. He chose to be in a relationship, so he wanted to spend time with her. Right? So now I see him, my man, he buying her clothes, sneakers, whatever, right? And he had a girl that was liking him, but he wasn't really liking her, so he chose another girl over her. So she was kind of like hurt behind it, right? But you can't make people like you can't make people like you. You know what I mean? People gonna choose who they want to be with. You feel me? So to make a long story short, right? He said that they went out, got a few things. They came back to the house. She, you know, they did what they did. He was sleeping, fell asleep. Don't you know that she got up while he was sleeping, boy? She thought he was fully asleep. She went in that nigga pockets and took his money. She went and took the brother's money, right? But he heard her shuffling because you can hear this buckle. And he like, yo, what you doing? He like, yo, nothing, whatever. I'm just doing what I do. Blah, blah, blah. So he like, you in my pocket? You took money out of my pocket? She like, nah, I ain't taking no. Yo, listen, I gotta go. I gotta pick up my daughter. Boom, boom, boom. This is a single mother now. Now we know why she wasn't with her baby father, because she's a liar and she's a thief. You know what I'm saying? And she's a broke bum bitch. So she ran out the door. So when once he found out that the bitch took the money out of his pocket, he knew, but he checked his pocket anyway. He checked his pockets anyway, and she took $500 from him, right? Or something like that. He called me immediately. He said, yo, bro, I'm not with this bitch no more, bro. He said, bro, I'm not with this bitch no more, bro. He said, I'm done with her. I broke it off with her. You know, sometimes God had to allow people to do certain things to you to let you know that they no good for you. You feel me? Sometimes Yahweh allow people to do things to hurt you, not because out of the spite, but to show you who they are. You know, I know it's kind of messed up how I'm saying it, but sometimes the Lord got to show you that they no good. You know, I met people in my life that could have jammed me up, or I could have went down for something that I had nothing to do with me. I had an old coworker one time, right? And I went to drive him. He asked me to drive him somewhere. So I went to this particular location, And, you know, I thought maybe he needed to go pick up some food or maybe see a family member, whatever. I was just being, you know, just being kind to him, right? And then somebody came downstairs and he like, yo, he asked me, yo, bro, can you take us back over to our sides, you know, whatever. I said, okay, whatever. But you never, you know, like, I'm like, who the fuck, like, nigga, this ain't your car, nigga. You doing shit like you moving like it's your car. But it's back in my mind, I was like, yo, man, I'm tired of this nigga. But I was just helping him out. Then I'm driving pretty fast, and I'm looking at this like, there's three black males in a car. If they see 3 black males in a car, man, you already know what time it is. Then he like, yo, slow down, bro. I got that work on me. I said, what? I was praying to God, man. I said, Lord. I was like, Lord, please hurry, like, get me there. Please don't let no detective cop stop this car. Because if that would have happened, now I got to play co-defendant against 2 dudes. You know what I'm saying? One dude I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? And so the other dude said, oh, he said, yo, my bad, man. I didn't know you know. I thought, you know. I said, nah, I didn't know, bro. I was so motherfucking mad. I was like, man, my kids, I got to ride my kids in this car. And then you have to make me lose everything because of your stupid fucking antics. I said, nah, nigga, you got to go. So we got back to the play. I dropped them off, right? The guy said, yo, man, I'm sorry about what happened, man. I apologize, man. I didn't know, man. You know, I thought you knew what was going down. I thought he didn't say. He said, nah, man. He said, nah, man, I know someone, man. He good, man. He already know what time it is. So when he told me in the car, I ain't know, but I ain't blow up the spot. I didn't say, oh, all right. You know what I'm saying? So he knew that when the guy told me that, he knew that the guy was lying to both of us. So the dude was like, yo, man, I apologize, man. I'm gonna take care of him, man. I'm gonna get at him, man. And just sure enough, when the next day, when he came to work, or 2 days, whatever, the dude had a black eye, man. He beat him dead. The dude told me, man, look, if you ever come out in this area in this block, man, you got to pass, man. You good, man. So I said, all right, bro. You know, I'm sorry, man. I apologize. So I respected what he said, what he did. You know what I mean? And then the other guy, he ain't said one sorry, one bit. I said, man, this guy ain't shit. You know? But, you know, but the Lord already showing me. The Lord was already showing me who this guy was. He was giving me signs, showing me what this nigga is. You know? And I cut it off, man, you know. But sometimes the Lord have to make us learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm very grateful that I didn't have to go down and go to that route to lose my freedom. But that was a learning experience. I learned from that. So I don't like people that I don't like people riding in my car as often. So if they not my family or my kids, you're not getting in my car. You're not getting inside my car. You know what I'm saying? You're not. You know what I mean? Because I don't trust people. I don't know what they're doing, what they got going on. I learned a valuable lesson. Don't be so quick to, even your coworker, don't be so quick to have them in your car. You don't know what they got going on. You don't know they got this on them, that and that. You know what I'm saying? The first thing I tell people, I say, yo, man, you got drugs on you? You got liquor on you? What's going on? Is it open? You can't come in my car. You can't come in my car. Yo, no. I don't mind you having a liquor bottle, right, that you bought for celebration or whatever you're doing, whatever. It got to be closed, man. Because that shit open, and you crack the seal, they going to think that we drinking it. And I'm driving. I'm not getting accused of a false allegation of DUI because of you drinking it. You going to take the rap. I'm not losing my freedom. So that's why I said you got to have wisdom, be smart out here. All right? So, you know, this woman, man, she's not a bright woman, man. And for both the videos I showed you, I was showing you how Eve move in a certain way and how she thinks and feel a certain way about a man. So that's why she goes the extra mile and dog you out. Oh, bitch, you ain't shit. Or she'll disrespect you as a man. Fuck you, man. You know? I got countless of stories, man. Countless of stories of people testimonies, man. I know another guy right now to this day. He told me when he was with his child mother back in the 90s, he said that the bitch was doing so wrong, right? She started showing little signs. She started cheating on him, this, that, and the third. He broke it up with the girl. She did all these things, whatever, boom. He did DNA test. The child was his, right? It was his. But the bitch was doing him so wrong. And once a woman starts disrespecting you, it's because another man has already entered inside her and already did things to her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. And it's crazy because it's crazy because a lot of people don't understand these things is real, man. These things are real out here, man. So at the end of the day, you got to be careful. So as time goes on, he said, you know, yo, listen. He telling me, he said, yo, listen, little bro, listen, man. He said, God is my witness, man. And he an Israelite. He telling me this. He said, yo, he said, God my witness. Yahweh is my witness, man. He said, she took my daughter down to Texas, right? He said, I stayed up here, and you know, he did a lot of things in the music industry, you know, for artists, like, you know, he did a lot of DJing. He was the top DJ with like DJ Kid Capri and all of them. I'm not gonna say his name, you know what I mean? And he did a lot of things with Heavy D, Dougie Fresh, and all these guys. You know, and he's from my neighborhood, but you know, he was on Apollo. He won the Apollo for 6 years. I forgot how many times he won the Apollo, but he was the reigning champion of DJ on Apollo. He did a lot of good things, man. Like, and you know, whatever. But you know, he worked in the city, you know, where we at. But you know, he gave me a lot of words of wisdom and advice, you know, about how these people move out here. So he said when she took his daughter down there, mind you, he had no control how to raise his daughter because now she's not living by him or inside the home with him. So she's doing all kind of stuff and dogging him out, talking shit about him. Oh, your father, you know, that's what women do. They make up lies and try to say it's the man's fault. And the woman, now her daughter is repeating what the mother's doing. You know, now she got a child by a dude, and now she don't want to be with him. So she's seeing the pattern and the toxic thing that the mother is doing. You feel me? Now, so to make a long story short, right? To make a long story short, right? The daughter was telling him, "Oh, daddy, you know, mom she always got new men down here, and she in relationship with guys, and guys beating on her, doing all kind of shit down here, and you know." So he like, "Oh, all right, that's her life." So now the daughter calls him and says, "Yo, Dad, your insurance not taking your insurance is not picking me up anymore. What I'm gonna do? I need this for me and my baby." He said, "That got nothing to do with me. Once you reach a certain age, they cut you off, or they cut you off on insurance. They cut her off his insurance. She got to get her own shit now. You know what I mean? She's over fucking 21. You got to go get your own shit now." So she's screaming, "Oh!" He said, "Yo, listen." He said, "Who you think you talking to?" He said, "I did my job. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to go out there. You got to go get yours." You understand what I'm saying? So he said, "What you want me to do? What you want me to do? I can't help you with that." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Yo, where's your child's father? He can't help you?" "Oh, I ain't with him. I ain't doing this with him. They ain't that." So he said, "Oh, he's all right, man." He said, "Look, man, I got to call you back later, man. You just like your mother, man." Yeah, he hung up. So I'm using these testimonies to show y'all that the black woman ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't shit, man. Don't let it be you, man. Shalom.